Your awesome multimeter. Builders, makers, and curious minds ever wondered what's inside a gadget or thought, can I fix this? Meet the Multimeter, your detective for electricity. This device lets you peek into the secret world of circuits, helping you understand what's working, what's not, and why. Imagine a small box with a dial, a screen, and a couple of wires called probes. It measures different electrical properties, like a doctor's stethoscope for electronics. It can tell you if there's power, how much, and if it's flowing correctly. Use it on batteries, car electronics, home wiring, and more. It's a fantastic troubleshooting tool, taking the guesswork out of many common electronic problems. Essential for learning, it helps verify your connections in projects. Before we dive in, a quick word on safety. Electricity is awesome, but demands respect. Always be careful, read your multimeter's manual, and start with low-voltage projects. Safety is the most important tool in your kit. Remember that, and you'll have a blast exploring electronics with your new best friend, the multimeter. Let's talk about the main things your multimeter can measure: voltage, current, and resistance. Voltage, measured in volts, V, is like water pressure in a pipe, pushing electricity along. Higher voltage means more push. Current, measured in amperes, A, is the actual amount of electricity flowing like water through a pipe. Different devices need different amounts of current. Resistance, measured in ohms, omega, is how much a material resists the flow of electricity. Conductors have low resistance. Insulators have high resistance. Resistors add a certain amount of resistance to a circuit. You'll also hear about AC and DC voltage. DC, direct current, flows in one direction like a river. AC, alternating current, changes direction like the tide. Your multimeter has settings for measuring both DC and AC voltage. Select the right one for accurate measurements. Let's get hands-on. Grab your digital multimeter. Connect the probes, black to COM and red to VOMA. Look at the big dial to select what you want to measure. For DC voltage, turn the dial to the VDC section. Many multimeters are auto-ranging, but if not, select a range higher than expected. Let's check a simple AA battery. Turn your multimeter dial to the DC voltage setting. Touch the red probe to the positive terminal and the black probe to the negative terminal. Look at the screen for a reading. A fresh battery should read around 1.5 volts. If it reads much lower, the battery is weak. If you swap the probes, the meter will show a negative sign. You're already measuring electricity. How cool is that? Let's step it up a notch and check a wall outlet for AC voltage. Be extra careful. AC voltage is much higher and more dangerous than battery voltage. Select AC voltage, VAC or V tilde, on your multimeter. Choose a range higher than your expected voltage. Carefully insert the probes into the outlet slots. Hold the probes by their insulated handles only. Look at the display for a reading close to your local standard voltage. If the reading is low or zero, there might be a problem with the outlet. Next, let's perform a continuity test. Continuity checks if there's a complete electrical path. Select the continuity setting on your multimeter. Make sure there's no power in the circuit you're testing. Touch one probe to each end of the wire or component. If the multimeter beeps, there's continuity. If it doesn't, there's a break in the wire. Let's explore how to measure resistance, useful for checking if a resistor is the correct value. Turn your multimeter dial to the ohms omega setting. Always measure resistance with the power off in the circuit. Touch one probe to each lead of the resistor. The multimeter will display the resistance value. Compare this reading to the resistor's expected value. If you're checking a component that should have low resistance, expect a reading close to 0 ohms. If you get a high reading or OL, there's a break or high resistance. Your multimeter helps you find these problems. You've taken your first steps into the world of multimeters. We've covered what a multimeter is, key functions, and basic tests. Practice with old electronics, batteries, and wires. The more you use your multimeter, the more skilled you'll become. It's a journey of discovery, so go build something awesome.